What's up, guys? We're here at the Fredricton Regionals. We are here with Royal. He got 7th place today, and you played what deck?
Played Dlink.
Dlink. That is the deck that you've been rocking for the bit now. Carter's over here having a blast.
Dlink boys. Don't forget about Kirby.
And yeah, Kirby over there being the OG Dlink player. He said he was on Stovey Toby Turbo over there.
Yeah. Debatable.
Any shout outs you want to give today?
Soul Joss again. Shout out to Nick for bringing me up here. Shout out to all the boys for a fun week leading up to this thing. Yeah, it was a fun time.
Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and well, let's show us what you got.
Sweet. Similar to the list Pat posted a week or so ago. But we have 3 Magnumuts. Pretty obvious. I don't really have to get into that again.
Searches for some fairies.
Yeah. I'm playing more hand traps this time, so I did make the changes to my list that I wanted to.
Okay.
Still more changes for Nats, but we'll see how that goes. 3 Droll. I'm in 3 Nib now. Still have the Gamma package and the driver, as always. Nib was pretty lackluster today, but it came up a couple times. Gamma and the Nib came up a couple times as well. Yeah, Nib does kind of suck. But yeah, I wouldn't really change it, but it is what it is.
Nib does kind of suck.
Yeah, he does kind of suck, I can't lie.
That's why I'm laughing.
3 Safefords. I made a couple changes to be able to still get the optimal level 8 play, so that was pretty nice still. 2 Lebellions. I wouldn't bump it to 3. I had it at 1 for a minute too, but that went really well. 2 Tracers. 2 Ogres. That's kind of a new list. This came up today a ton. Came up for super heavy. In theory, it's good versus almost everything in the meta. It's really good versus Purely as well.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't cut that. I
The only thing it's like bad against is like branded.
Yeah.
Like at that point,
It's not the greatest against Labyrinth as well. I think the main thing with this is it just stops some decks entirely. Like, you kind of want as many turn ending cards as possible. So like versus Runic, this is a turn ending card. Versus Purely, sometimes it's a turn ending card depending on what they have. So yeah, love that card. Might bump it to 3, but we'll see. Abs. These are all 1-0. So Abs, Black Dragon, Baldrake, Druis Worm, Serenir, Levy, CED, which someone asked before, it is the prize card CED.
it is the prize card, boys. By the way, it is. Look at that glory.
Albaz again, Caliber, Recharger, White Dragons. These are all 1-ofs.
These are all the 1-ofs of the deck.
They don't feel like 1-ofs because pretty much every single card in the deck is searchable.
Yeah.
Every single one of these literally are. So I think one of the main things is this was a cut target, but today it came up a ton because I almost always pitch this off of Safefords. Go get something else, usually Lebellion, and then I'll bandage Safer, get this back, and keep playing. So that came up a ton today. I'm glad I didn't cut it. I was cutting it last night.
Start playing this. This is a spice. You guys gotta play this.
Yeah, I've been telling people about this for a while. Highly recommend. Versus Mathmech again, it won me a game. I actually cooked a branded player with this today because I sent their I sent their Mirror Jade off with this, and I have my own Mirror Jade, so that was kind of crazy after I baited it. So yeah, highly recommend. I wouldn't cut any of this stuff. The only iffy one was Baldrake, to be honest, because it's super heavy. It's not the greatest because you don't have a lot of banish targets. Baldrake's better to go first, but you probably still want to keep it in. I probably wouldn't cut it. Spells. Triple Chaos Space.
Crazy card.
Triple Quick Launch. This is pretty standard stuff. Boot. Regained. Ravine. Beast. All pretty standard. I didn't want to put in anything else.
This is 43 cards, correct?
43 this time, yeah. I usually play 40. I had to bump it up because I wanted to make some more room for hand traps, and I actually wanted to see my field spells a bit less, so it actually worked out a little bit better that way too. Was changes to the extra deck now as well. Link ones. Pretty standard. Put Dark back in, and the other change I made today was I put in Excel. So I cut IP and Unicorn for this.
Interesting. This makes sense, but this is weird. Why do you cut this for IP or for whatever?
Yeah, I didn't see the need for IP if you're not going into Unicorn, so that was kind of one kind of side of things. The other side of things is came up for just cash today a lot. Technically, this could be a Zeus, and you could take their Arise Heart after you kill it and go from there. This, in theory, was insane because on your turn you can use a Gamma on your turn versus cash, get rid of their Arise Heart. Used this. It never happened once. I went first twice versus cash and got cooked, so that was a whole other thing. But yeah, this I got absolutely chefed. I drew 5 hand traps versus Brad going in 1, but we won't talk about it.
This is definitely
Yeah. We'll go back on next regionals. But technically, this into this is pretty much free. The main thing I'd say about Excel is that you can still pitch. We were talking about this earlier. You can still pitch Gamma in a bunch of different ways and just summon it back when you go into a rank 8.
So free.
So it is still free. I don't say this is insane, but it can come up, and hypothetically was really good. All the other stuff's pretty standard. Been over this a bunch.
This is pretty standard.
Yeah, we've been over this before a couple times already. Mirror Jade Albion, I wouldn't cut it. Some formats, I'm sure this is not going to be great. We'll see what happens with the ban list, but right now I think it's really great. Access Code was another cut target. Didn't need it today, but hypothetically versus Labyrinth and Trap decks, you kind of want to have it.
Makes sense. How good was Chaos Angel?
Chaos Angel was fantastic. The only iffy part of it is a lot of people are playing outs to board breakers anyway. So if you end on Chaos Angel and something else, like versus Brad, it's a lava golem target, it's a kaiju target. So that's the only negative I say, because people are prepping for purely and other things. So that's not the greatest going first, but it's still an insane card. Side was a big change. So 3 Curry Cars. To be honest, this was a late night decision on this. Talking with the boys about this one. Didn't actually use it a single time because, again, I went first twice versus cash.
Yeah, I had the sided in and I never played it.
No, I don't. Technically, it's also good versus purely, because when they activate the draw effect, you contribute it on pretty much right away. Again, it might be grid in practice. I didn't see much purely today, and one cash game I played, I lost. So we'll see how that goes. But again, could be a cut target. Still playing my 2-ofs, same as last time.
We are still on the thrust.
Did end up finding room for the Herald of the Abyss. Didn't need it today. Didn't come up. In theory, I wouldn't cut it. But again, we'll see what happens for next regionals. And that's coming up as well. This was also an addition. 3 Skill Drain, and actually was probably the MVP.
This is insane.
It's such a good card. This is probably something I would not cut. Now, if you know how to play with it on board, it's fantastic. Sometimes you can kind of get caught up, depending on kind of what you're looking to do with the deck. If you can get some quick effects going off, again, things like I don't know. I think the main thing is the Bystials are big bodies, and then also you said you have Sphere, so no matter what, I think it's something you should keep in. But again, depends on how you want to play the deck. And then last card was the one of D-Barrier. Which is again a thrust target. Came out today.
First, insane.
Yep, it happened. We used it versus cash to stall out when I bricked. I thrusted, set this. Next turn was able to actually still play. So yeah, it was a great card in practice. Again, good versus purely, good versus cash. So I wouldn't cut it.
Well, congratulations on getting 7th place, and hopefully we'll see you again soon.
Thanks, man.
Good luck.
Good to see you, pal. Thanks, bro.